Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, Baroness, Patron, Dorothy Thornhill, MP Dean Russell, Mayor Peter, who's come today to join us as well, and also Councillor and Chairman Asif Khan. Thank you all for joining us here today on this dinner event, 2020 Watford Muslim Youth Centre banquet. All praise and thanks to Allah, the compassionate and most merciful, for bringing us together today, allowing us the achievements to date. I'd like to start by reflecting on the past year and share with you the ongoing achievements. The Watford Muslim Youth Centre Trust team have delivered some lovely events with fundraising raised alongside. And to think that we're able to achieve this whilst we're still building the centre is pretty amazing. I look forward to building on all these activities thus far. Once the centre is up and running, and pray that it will become a hive of enriching activities for us all, for young, for old, for Muslim and non-Muslim, inshallah. Recently, we went to Marrakesh. I'm just going through the events. So, recently we went to Marrakesh with a group of brothers, and they've been going for the last 3-4 years. So this year, Brother Dove, he pushed a few of us along as well. And actually, I didn't realise how much of a challenge it really would be. And alhamdulillah, one thing I realised from it is that we really need to build on this year in and year out. The amount of training that went into this, I started 6 weeks before. And I managed to still finish it, even though I was crawling at the end. And I think it could have just been a boys' holiday weekend out, but actually we raised about 7,500 from that, so I think it was a really good return. Alhamdulillah. I think whilst I was running, I ended up actually running alone, because everybody has different places. It really did hit me that I thought, you know what, thanks to Allah that I had that opportunity, not only to be out in Marrakesh, which has been a dream for years, but actually to make a difference towards the project and raise some funds. And that was again thanks to all those who sponsored myself and the other brothers. Just last Ramadan, we were actually blessed to do first prayers on the land. It was such a blessing to actually be on the land, to have it in such a state that we could pray there, and we actually opened our fast together. When our du'as, of course, were that Allah, please allow us to build on that dua and the events that we want to hold in the hall there. It really gave us a really nice feeling. I just really can't wait to be able to continue that. It was really well attended. We had over 100 people on a building site. It was all very safe, very clean, and yeah, it was amazing how it came together. Every fortnight we've been running the 786 Club. This is for our younger children, and effectively we're giving them sort of Islamic education, but also to give them tarbiyah, to give them some practical understanding of what it means to be a Muslim. This has been valuable for certainly those children, even my own children have been going there, but even for ourselves, those people that have been involved in helping to deliver this. It really does give us an input into what is needed out in the community. And there's a lot of great things actually in the last 5 years that we've done through 786 Club. An example of practical activities, we're taking the kids out at Christmas to the hospital and giving out presents to those kids that are actually, they're not well, they're going to be stuck there over that time. They've been to the old people's home as well to spread a bit of cheer there. So these are really practical things that we're doing on top of the Islamic education that we want to build. We also had a Mawlid for the children as well, and the highlight was, there's not a picture there, there's a highlight we took them out golfing, and they really, really enjoyed that. First time I've been golfing as well in my 48 years, but with the children, they really, really loved it. There's one other thing we did, there's a picture at the bottom right there. We took them to the Watford Castlereagh Park, to the Peace Garden. That was a really lovely day. Watford Interfaith Association, who actually are responsible for the Peace Garden, Then maybe it's a place that we can all go in with our respective faiths, pray to God, or a respective person that we pray to. So essentially, it's a place of peace and prayer. I suggest that you all take time to go there the next time in Canterbury Park. We've also held some vigils for some of the events that happen around the world. We've also been delivering ladies' activities. The sisters here have benefited from that. We had a sisters badminton tournament, and on top of that we also had the yearly child run, where I know our sisters look forward to getting pampered, ready for the Eid festivals that sort of follow that. And I think we need to do more in terms of activities for our sisters to allow them to get out and actually to do some physical activities in particular. So this takes us to the last Ramadan. We had a number of different functions. Where we had the wa'az that went out daily to our community, sending the prayers for people to be able to recite in their daily fasts, and also the Jamarat, which I mentioned. And also we had a calendar which we pushed out across to the community. And this was to actually show us when we can open our fasts throughout each day. Okay, so we're on to the brothers. This last year they went to Scarhill Pike. This is in a long run of mountain, I'd say walks rather than climbs, classed as fell walking. And I think we've got a really nice strong group of brothers who go out year on year to the peaks. I hope one day they can stretch outside of England and hit some of the other peaks around the world, inshallah. But I think some of the brothers that have been going there, they've really never done anything like this actually, so it's been quite an experience for them. I can say myself, I've done all 3 peaks, so I don't intend to do any more. That's just a little bit about the activities that we've done over the last year. I know, brother, everyone's pushing me to finish quite quickly, because we're running late in Pakistani timing fashion. But just before I pass on to him, I really want to touch on some of the work that we do throughout, as Brother Asad mentioned earlier. There are a lot of hours, sleepless nights that go into delivering these kind of events. An example, I'll give you a few examples. Brother Wasim, he was there an 18-hour shift last night, putting all the printing, PowerPoints, everything together for today. Brother Imran, Brother Hanan, who's been running around madly, they were up to 3:30 this morning as an example. This is very typical. With the 786 Club, you've got Sister Zori, Brother Hanan, who prepare material every week for those classes. And then they go on to deliver the actual classes on the Sundays. There's a lot of work which I want to express that has been going on, really hard determination. Just to sort of, I'd say this is the foundation to what we want to build on and deliver once the centre is actually completed. What I can say, the centre is in really good hands. We've got really amazing brothers and sisters who care. They give selflessly from their time, energy, efforts, their skills, their knowledge, wisdom. They do research, etc. for these topics for the 786 Club as well. And then I see the effect of that going out to our kids. And I'd say, you know what, these are the people that are going to push our next generation forward. And the centre, once it's built, I can truly say it's in really good hands. So I wanted to share that with you. And just lastly, with all the efforts that have been going in with the fundraising, going out to the activities and events, with all the other activities that have been happening that I explained to you, today really is an opportunity for yourselves to think deeply, read what you can do towards the centre. This is the centre, your centre for your community, and really it is a way of saving our future generations. I work in secondary education and I see the effects of what our community, I can safely say most people here are, with respect, mostly Muslim, 95% of you here, very much from the Asian subcontinent. And the school I work in, as an example, I see Muslim children, Pakistani, Bengali in particular, who suffer. And I think that this centre will offer them services that we can actually give them extra education, offer them counselling, mentoring, and actually activities, positive activities that they can sort of come into and learn and find their place in society. This is very, very important for our future generations. But today really is about yourselves and what you can do, either in the month coming ahead of us in Ramadan, or throughout the year. So look at what sadaqah or zakah, and if you can spare a large one, what person hustler you can really push towards us. Brother Imran is going to come on very shortly and tell you where we are with the actual centre build. But really to progress, we need your continued support. You know, and alhamdulillah, we've had the brickworks completed, but we're now into the next block of work, which is the windows and the doors to get us wind tight. So today really is about what you can do to support the centre, myself included, my own family included, but in particular all of you that have sat here today. I think just as a very brash comment, or just brave comment, that if 100 of us gave £1,000, this next block will be done. And I know it's a big sacrifice, and there are some people here who can give a lot more than that. If you think about Curtis, which will come back to you, rather leaving that money in the bank, leave it in the bank of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for the sake of your community and your future generation. So on that note, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the evening and pass it to everyone. Jazakallah khair.
نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم السلام عليكم. Greetings to guests, thank you for coming. I won't talk for long because we have a few short speeches and then Salat al-Maghrib, and inshallah we'll continue the program. I just wanted to discuss where we're at today with construction, the project update. Brother Zahid has given a beautiful update on the kind of work we do to bring the community together and the kind of activities we do to raise money. But today, as in now, I'd like to just talk about the centre itself. There are people here who are very knowledgeable and up to date with the project, and there are some people who are not so up to date. So where we stand today, for those people who aren't aware, it's a two-story building, 1,500 square meters. And inshallah downstairs we're going to have a cafe, which we signed up, almost signed up to a lease with a sub-lease, so someone provides rent of £27,000 a year, which creates income from the building, but also provides a service to all of us, so we can have delicious food and drink, inshallah. At the back, that ground floor, there's a large hall, multifunction hall. Prayers, functions, if you want to get married there, young people sign up, inshallah. All of that will be present. Upstairs, we have a creche, which is also sub-leased for £27,000 a year, so that also provides us income. Hopefully we won't be the begging bowl all our lives. We are a business model once we're built, inshallah. And also we have lots of auditoriums and classrooms in which to deliver education, conferences, tarbiyah, after-school schooling, Islamic education, supporting schooling education during the day. So a whole variety of programs we wanted to deliver, and that's going to be the hub of change, inshallah. This is where we were in 2017. We cleared the land. It was a bit of a forest, and since then we have conducted groundworks, filled those groundworks with concrete, put the foundations in, we have put steel in, and the steel continues to rise, the floors go in, 2 floors go in. We then put, this is the site on April the 18th, and that was when the floors went in. We then move on to a comparison here with the site on the left, top, April 18 was just a bit of steel. Then we had 2 floors on the right last year, and now we have, alhamdulillah, completed all the brickwork. So that is all done, alhamdulillah. So you can see the beautiful architecture there. We are missing something. The roof is in progress. We have the monies for that, alhamdulillah. That's in progress. The roof work has started. We're just organising some of the plant materials first before we put the roof on. But also, those empty gaps you see are windows and doors which need to be filled, which need to be bought. So really what we're here for, as the next stage of our fundraising, is to get the glass in and the doors in. So this is upstairs. For those who can't go there yet for health and safety reasons, we've taken a picture for you, so you can have a look. So where we are today, we have raised to date, with all over the last 4 years or so, and this is our 4th Hilton Hotel function, alhamdulillah. And thank you to Hilton for always subsidising the costs. That's why we always come back to this venue. So thank you to them for sponsoring. And this is our 4th event. And over these 4 years, we have raised £1.5 million. So alhamdulillah, that's no small feat. We're a humble community. This is average working class, average middle class donating. It's not built by the millionaires, because evidently it would have been built by now. This is being built by you people, the middle class, the professionals, the working class, the hard-working family people. Your small contributions and some large contributions have raised £1.5 million. But in addition to that, the council has supported us. Baroness Dorothy Thornhill is here, an avid influence on us in making sure we succeed, keeping us on our toes, not letting us relax, making sure we drive through this. And the legacy has been passed down to Peter Taylor, who currently is also equally as supportive and is a backbone to our work. So thank you to the Watford Borough Council for that. We have spent £900,000 on construction, and the rest of the money is other things such as legal work, architecture, planning, fees for consultants, etc. So the total bill cost is £2.5 million. We're £1 million short. And every year we double the amount we raise. So where we started with 50, we raised 100, 150, then we went to 300, then we raised 600. So actually $1 million this year is quite feasible. Because the trajectory of progress, of construction, means we will raise $1 million this year, inshallah. And we will all be a part of that. And within a year or so, we will finish this building. And hopefully next year, this function will happen inside the building. And we'll ask for your money again, inshallah. So, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, charity does not decrease wealth. No one forgives another, but Allah increases his honor, and no one humbles himself for the sake of Allah, but that Allah Almighty raises his status. Now the first point here is that charity does not decrease wealth. And all the Muslims that donate, and I'm sure other people who donate, will witness this in their own lives. However much we may give, however generous we are, we never feel a loss in our homes, in our income, in our wealth. And in fact, Allah increases that by tenfold. So generosity creates more and more. It never creates less and less. So don't fear when you are generous and donating. Dig deep, inshallah, and let's do this for the sake of the future, for our children, for the whole of the community of Watford, and the whole world, inshallah. We don't want to just be a normal centre, we want to be extraordinary, make real changes to the world. And just one final point I would like to make. That wasn't Peter Taylor's point, that was mine. Don't steal my thunder, Mayor, please. So one final point I want to make is that the volunteers, the team, the whole construct provide a free and invaluable service to get this going. So much goes on behind the scenes, and if you want to be a part of that, everyone is welcome. There are feedback forms on your table, complete them. Say you want to do this, X, Y, and Z, or I want to do anything, or if you have ideas, share them, get in touch. We are growing the teams, we're growing the money to build the centre. So I think without the colossal workforce, we can't move forward. On that note, would like to ask our trustee, Haji Muhammad Mani Sahib, to come to the centre and also say a few words. Maghrib Salat is soon, so if you don't mind waiting another 15 minutes or so, then there'll be a nice break, inshallah.